What a stunning morning. I left the house at about, well, just gone 5:30 this morning. It's Wednesday today. And I decided to head north a little bit up the coast and do the second stage, which I've called Three Bridges, because it goes over 3 bridges. No points for originality with any of this. And this is the first bridge. It's the Avonmouth Bridge, not the prettiest of the 3. Because it goes alongside the M5, which you're inevitably going to hear now, because it's a busy old road even at just gone 6 o'clock in the morning. But yeah, it's a lovely day. I decided to come and do a bigger ride today because I've got a feeling that I'm not going to get much in over the next couple of days because we decided to go away. Morning. Going to head over to the Gower in Wales, somewhat ironically. I'm heading to Wales now to go camping with the dogs for the first time. I'll take the Boardman because I don't really fancy this thing being locked up outside the campsite, and I don't really feel like going off and doing 3 or 4 hour rides whilst we're camping, so I think it'll be a case of finding some hills and just going out and doing 90 minutes of hill reps. Talking of hills, never ceases to amaze me how steep the Avonmouth Bridge is. And this is bridge number 2. So this is the Severn Bridge. This is the original one. There's another newer bridge called the Prince of Wales Bridge, a bit further downstream near where I live. But this is the really old, the old one they built. I don't know when they built this, 60s, 70s. It can be quite an unnerving little bridge to ride over actually, because you're right next to the dual lane motorway. But you should get some spectacular views today, because it's a nice clear day and the wind isn't too strong. If you ever ride across here, there are 2 paths. This is the upstream one, that's north to Gloucester, and then there's the downstream side over there, which never ever seems to be open actually, well, at least not when I go over here. It always seems to be on the upstream side. Sometimes if they're doing maintenance, some of these covers that are here are open and you can see straight down, and it's yeah, not somewhere I'd like to go. Some people have got some crazy jobs. Doesn't seem to be any maintenance going on today though. This is the middle section now. It's quite low tide, you can actually see quite a lot of the mud banks and sandbanks that make the Severn estuary such a dangerous hazard for navigation and ships. You don't really get that much in the way of ships up this far north. They're usually all in Avonmouth and Portishead docks where I live, because it's shallower up north. Anyway, beautiful Wales in the distance. Back over here later this week to go camping. A little bit further west from here though. So the ride that I'm going to do the end of this month This is stage 2. He's literally this, cross into Wales, go to a little roundabout that's over there somewhere, turn around and come back, head towards Bristol, get to the 3rd bridge. Righty-ho, on to the 3rd and final bridge of the day, Brunel's famous Clifton suspension bridge. God knows how many times I've ridden or walked across this place. It's a spectacular structure. Crossing the Avonmouth Bridge again, a suspension bridge. I came here in 1987 when I was in primary school, before we moved to Bristol, and that was in the early days of my obsession with cycling, the year that Stephen Roche won the Tour de France. So I was probably thinking about cycling the first time I ever walked across this bridge, rather than the bridge itself. Also watched Bradley Wiggins do his last ever time trial over here in the Tour of Britain. I forget which year that is. My boys were young. A little wet, rainy day. I remember sitting up here with Zach and Indy, waiting for Wiggins to go past. And he trotted past on a road bike, waving. Well, not really waving, but just cruising around really. It was a wicked day. We had time trial in the morning, and we basically sat up here at the top of the road here, watched them all go past, and then there was a sort of like a big circuit race that went around the city in the afternoon. It was fantastic. Took loads of pictures that day, no video sadly.
So that ride was at the very start of the week, and then we headed off to the Gower towards the end of the week for a couple of days camping. And I'll be completely candid with you guys, I know we go camping quite a lot, but I don't really enjoy it too much. The stress of looking after the kids, and this is the first trip away with the dogs, and I was really anxious about taking the dogs and them upsetting all the people on the campsite. In actual fact, they were absolutely good as gold, but all that kind of anxiety builds up in me and I get kind of a bit stressed out, and I struggled to sleep properly, and in the end I didn't do any bike riding at all whilst we were in the Gower, as much as I would have liked to, and kicking myself looking back on it now. The boardman just stayed there chained up to the wheel of the camper van the entire time we were away. So I went out and did a couple of rides, extra rides this week, but it seems a bit strange now to be looking back on a week and thinking, well, I did just a little bit south of 300k, and I would treat that as a bit of a kind of easy week. I went out today and did 1,000 meters of climbing. I think it's 70, just under 80 kilometers or something, just to get a little bit more kind of bike miles in. And also went out with my father-in-law earlier in the week, so I did still get some miles in. It's not a complete disaster by any stretch of the imagination. I'm not suggesting that I think it is. So next week, as of Wednesday, I'll be in the Brecon Beacons on Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, doing some recon, checking a few things out on there, both on the bike and in the van, and doing some climbing over there. So I'd imagine all of next week's video is going to be based on that. And that is the end of my kind of big block of training. The 2 weeks that follow that are going to be pretty much just doing as I please, and just getting the miles in still, but just taking it very, very easy. One of the things that I'm going to leave you with for next week in terms of videos, that I am going to let you all know how you can win these amazing prizes that I've been able to collect together from Tom Schunge, from Adam Hansen, from Trek Bristol, from DB Max Racing, all these amazing prizes that I've been sent. Mark Threlfall sent some tyres, all sorts of incredible things. I will be making a video tomorrow and uploading that during the week to let you know how you can enter the draw to win some of those prizes. It will be a raffle, so what I'll be doing is selling raffle tickets via the Just Giving page. and then you can enter the draw, and I'll pull them out probably a couple of days before I start the Grand Tour, and send all these amazing prizes out to everybody. So that's the plan for next week's video, or at least the video that will come out between now and next week's video that I put together. And that's pretty much the plan, really. No major stresses, just get myself over to the Brecon Beacons, finish off the recon, the final bits of the sort of courses that I don't really know very well, and also get the final few sort of elevation climbing challenges in, and that will be the end of it. So thanks for joining once again this week, and if you're one of the new subscribers, welcome. Thanks for joining this journey, and in a few weeks time I'm going to be starting this amazing challenge that I kind of feel ready for, but I'm very apprehensive about. Because it's an unknown, isn't it? It's always the unknowns that throw us. So we will see how it goes in a few weeks' time. But that's it for now. Have a good week, and I will see you on the next video.